and I'm with you with the area of AFM. Acha everyone, I hope you're doing well and you have started your preparation already. If you haven't, check out our crash course. It is available on the Play Store. Please go ahead with that specific course because it is super duper important to start your preparation right away. And if you haven't started it yet, then it's time, right? Done everyone? Now that is what we look forward to. Acha, now this is all about the specific area of AFM. So everyone, first of all, share this particular session, like it, and at the same time, subscribe to our channel if you haven't done it yet. Okay, so let's begin. Today, I think the more of questions are from cash flows as well as rectification of errors. Acha, cash flows is what everyone? Cash flows can be defined as cash flows. This is basically something which is inflow and outflow. Inflow and outflow of cash. It is as per AS 3 and IND AS 7. Cash flow example from financing activity, everyone. Then everyone. What's going to be the answer? Payment of cash flow of financing activities. Financing can be defined as something which is based upon arranging the funds for the business. Payment of dividends or receipt of dividend on investment or cash received from customers, and the last is purchase of fixed assets. I think let's talk about each and every aspect. Purchase of fixed assets is basically investing. I would buy an investment so that I can see growth in the future. I would really love that part. Cash received from the customers. If I receive the cash from the customers, what is it that it is going to be, everyone? Cash received from the customers. This is a daily basis thing, so it is operating. Then is receipt of dividend on investments. I received a dividend on investments. This is basically I invested the money, that's why I'm getting it. So the last point is this is the financing. You have to keep your equity shareholders happy in order to get the money in future and to have a good value of your share as well. If the equity shareholder is annoyed with you, you try and do anything, it will be that way. So the answer is payment of dividend. Cash from operating activities will decrease due to increase in current assets, decrease in current liabilities, neither of the two or both A and B. What's going to be the answer, everyone? Cash from operating activities. Cash from operating activities is basically something, money that you are getting on a daily basis. But why would the cash decrease? Because obviously we might be paying a lot. Increase in current liabilities. Acha, everyone, if I buy a current asset, what will happen? I'm obviously losing cash. Decrease in current liabilities. In this case, what will happen? Decrease in current assets. The point would be when we are paying off our liabilities, paying off a current liability. So in this case, the answer is going to be both A and B. Done, everyone? The answer is both A and B. They're really interesting questions, but you just have to look forward to it. Everyone, what's going to be the answer? Chali, let's look at this point. Everyone, this is a question which is based upon cash flows. Look at the question very carefully. And this is a very interesting question as well. If a machine whose original cost is 40,000, okay, the depreciation accumulated was of 12,000. Matlab the current book value is what? That is 40,000 minus 12,000, giving us 28,000. The current book value is of 28,000. This was sold for 34,000, everyone. While preparing the cash flows, its effect on cash flows will be what? Cash flow from financing activity. Cash flow from financing activity is 6,000 or 34 or 6. See, the money that you are receiving is obviously 34. In the operating activities, you can adjust the profit of 6,000. This is my profit. But cash flow talks about inflow and outflow of cash. Based upon the inflow and outflow, you are receiving what? Everyone? What's going to be the answer? The answer is 34,000 because inflow is of 34,000 and you're receiving 34,000 for your investing activity, isn't it? So your investing activity part is 34,000 that you are receiving. Done, everyone? All sorted? Everybody? Let's look at the next question. The answer is investing activities. And this is, acha, there is one more very important pointer. If the question says cash flow from or cash used, there's a two different points. Huh? Cash flow from investing, matlab you are getting 34,000 from your business activities. Used, matlab we are using this particular money in the business. So this particular part is a negative one, while flow from basically is a positive one. Next and a very important data to cover. Equity is 90,000, liabilities are 60,000, profit of the year is 20,000. Then the assets would be what? Now this is another interesting question. Equity 90, profit would be included for the shareholder funds 90 and 20, and liabilities are of 60,000. This makes 1,10,000 and liabilities are of 60. So technically entire amount total becomes 170. This is my total money which is invested. Done, everyone? This is an interesting question. All you need to remember is that equity plus profit will become shareholder funds. है ना? Chali, now let's move on. The answer is 1,70,000. Purchased goods from Gopal for rupees 3,600, but was recorded in Gopal's account as 63. Acha, everyone, isn't there any problem there? Purchase goods from Gopal, matlab normally this would have become purchases to Gopal, that is of 3,600 and 3,600. but was recorded in Gopal's account at 63. Matlab, purchases is sorted. His account was overstated by 63. So technically, in this case, the difference is of rupees 2700. है ना? In this case, this is overcasting. Gopal's account is over by 2700 rupees. So what will you do in this case? You will reverse this 3600, or you will have to calculate the point there. It is currently 63 while it has to be 3600. So it is over by 27. So I think the best thing that I can do is to counter it. Gopal's account has to be debited. It's a suspense now of 2700 to suspense. This 2700 reduced. Currently we are at 63. From 63, if you remove this 2700, you will get 3600 only, everyone. Which is the correct answer that we were looking forward to. A machine is purchased for 10,000 which was strongly recorded in the purchase account due to this error of trial balance showing a difference. Will the trial balance show a difference, everyone? Everybody? You purchased a machinery for 10,000. This is an error of principle overall. Error of principle simply means an expense noted as a specific area. This is an expense which is noted as expense purchases. It is basically an asset which is noted as an expense. A machine is purchased for rupees 10,000 which was wrongly recorded in the purchase account, right? The trial balance will show the difference of rupees 10,000, and the trial balance will not show any difference, or trial balance will show the difference of 20,000, or trial balance will show a difference of 5,000. Everyone, in this case, what will happen? See, the point is, in this case, I don't think there would be any difference. Reason? Machine would be on the debit side only, and even purchase would be on the debit side. In this case, we will remove the purchases account and we'll put the machine account. Or even if we show on the purchase account, there's a displacement here. This would be 20,000. Note it down here. And that's it. Then the answer is trial balance will not show any difference. This kind of thing is called error of principle. Done, everyone? Chaliye. Now, let's look at it. If one of the cars purchased by the car dealer is used for business purpose, this particular car is basically bought by the car dealer. Obviously, if he's already a car dealer, he's just buying and selling things. But he got the specific car for the business. That means right now it's not a good that he's purchasing and selling. It's an asset that he decided to keep for the business and has been debited to the goods for resale. This would be debited to the goods for resale. Then the rectification entry will be what? The point is it should not be goods, na? It is genuinely a car. It has to be a car, and if it is written as a purchase, that we purchased it for as a good, technically the correct entry would have been car to cash. But I had shown purchases because I showed it as a good. So what will we do? We will put out the purchases and give importance to the car. So technically, car is something that will be debiting everyone, and purchases which has been debited has to be created. Which is the particular area in this case? See, we noted it as a good, but it is not a good now. It is something which is used in the business for the business purpose. It is not something we are buying and then selling. So in this case, the correct answer is debit motor car and credit the purchases. Trial balance might match in spite of the presence of error of completion, complete omission, error of principal, error of complete omission, error of commission, or error of principal. The trial balance will match. In terms of complete omission, it will definitely match because I forgot to note something in terms of debit as well as the credit side. So technically, I would say complete omission is a part of it. Now the point is complete omission is given in A and B. Error of principal. Error of principal is based upon when an asset which is on the debit side is also the error of principal says an asset is noted as an expense or expense is noted as an asset. This happens when organization is not noting down things properly. It can note down the thing that we got is an expense while it is actually an asset. You might purchase something now. So in this case, the answer would be what? The answer would be error of principal as well. So we have got error of complete omission and error of principal, which remains the same even if there's an error. The trial balance cannot detect these two errors at all. Then rupees 2000 received from Smith whose account was previously written off as bad debt or should be credited to. Bad debt recovered account, Smith's account, cash account, and none of the above. ₹2,000 everyone. Everyone. ₹2,000 received from Smith's account. Types of Smith's account. And this says 2000 received from Smith whose account was previously written off as bad debt. This person, I thought he's a bandit. I thought he won't give the money, but somehow he's actually giving the money. In this case, what will happen? The bad debt is recovered. That means we thought that this person was gone. That's why his name from the debtor list was removed. Now he's saying that we should get it. So bad debts recovered, Smith, cash, or none of the above. We're looking at the credit account. We have got cash. Obviously debit what comes in, but at the same time, we have received an income. As it was earlier claimed as an expense, loss there, and now since the money is again received back, this will be cash to Smith. But Smith's account is already gone. So this is bad debt recovered. Done everyone? So in this case, the correct answer would be bad debt recovered. Okay. Now that's it for the day, everyone. Before I end my session, have you reviewed our courses yet? If you haven't, then hurry up, it's the perfect time. But why is it the perfect time? Because everyone, enrollment is going on, our new sessions are coming up. You should be hurrying up for sure because the time is ticking away. Kavale Bhatnagar, and I'm with you with the area of accounting and financial management for bankers. Acha everyone, in the last class we were done with the area of a lot of things. I think we have done all the chapters individually. We have just started doing all the chapters together as well recently, right? So what is it that we're going to talk about today? What's the answer? If we talk about the entire topic, what are we talking about? First of all, till date, I'm done with the entire syllabus once. One series is over. This is the second series where I'm dealing with a blend of questions. And currently, I am dealing with the specific area of accounting area where I'm talking about only the specific area of individual chapters from module C. Which type of business organization is owned and run by one person with no legal distinction between the owner and the firm? Sole proprietor, partnership, limited liability partnership, or corporation. When an organization is run by only one person, everyone, what is it called? An organization which would be run only by one person is called sole proprietorship. As there's only one person, na? If there are multiple people, then it becomes partnership, but beyond a level, even partnership will not work. In that case, what will work? In that case, the thing that will work is next level partnership. Then we have the area of company, which is a third level. And then sophisticated form of companies is also there. Matlab they're the companies where people want limited liability. है ना? When people want limited liability, then they can also opt for limited liability partnership where one partner will have limited liability, rest of the partners will have limited liability and only one partner will have unlimited. Okay, that's the rule. Only one partner. That's the rule. That see, because in terms of these partnerships, it is required that things are to be done in a certain manner only. You know, that means there are different organizations that we are forming up. When these organizations are formed up, then the sole proprietorship is basically good when we're talking about one particular person working. If we want to expand, then we'll have to go for partnership. If we want to go for company, that's one of the best things. But this is new type of organizations which have been recently formed, which is called LLP 2008. In this case, the answer is sole proprietorship. What is the maximum number of partners allowed in partnership firm according to the Companies Act 2013? 20, 30, 40, 50. Under partnership, there's a limit. What's the maximum number of people allowed, everyone? It's gonna be the answer. The maximum number of people allowed. See, weirdest thing is Partnership Act doesn't define the number. Companies Act amendment rules actually defined it. And the number is actually 50 persons. Okay? Companies Act prescribes minimum and maximum number of partners. Then चलिए Now let's move on to the next question. Why is the deciding why is deciding the capital structure composition considered crucial in terms of success? Capital structure is basically the amount of debt and the amount of equity that we need. If we are looking at debt and equity, when we define how much we need, then how do we deal with it? Why is deciding the capital structure composition considered crucial for the success of organization? It determines the size of the organization. It influences the market share of the organization. It affects the profitability and sustainability of the operations, or it determines the organizational objectives. Done. When we talk about the capital structure, now capital structure plays a very important role. Debt raises interest, while equity gives dividend. But equity means we are losing our share in the market. You know? So in this case, how are they working exactly? When they are working, they are looking at things in a certain manner. That is, they are looking at the entire working through interest cost, whether we can bear it or not, equity dividend, whether we can bear it or not. So both of these people are going to ask their share in the organization. So how do they exactly work? It affects the profitability and the sustainability of the operations, isn't it? It really affects the profitability as well as the sustainability. Done? Now let's look at the next point. What is the key objective of deciding the sources of finance? But the sources of finance plays a very important role. Where are we getting the money from? We're getting the money from a specific area altogether. Once we get the money from a specific area altogether, how do we make sure that we are putting the right money at the right place at the right time and the cost is also minimum? Maximizing the market share, minimizing operational cost, optimizing the weighted average cost of capital, or maximizing shareholder dividend. What's going to be the answer? When we talk about the key objectives of WACC, the sources of finance is basically to optimize the WACC. I just said the answer, so I had to look forward to it. This means that whenever we are doing something, one of the basic things that we do is we try to reduce our cost. When our cost is minimum, our returns will be maximum. Done, everyone? Done. Let's look at the next question. According to the principles of finance, why is rupee received today considered more valuable than the money received in future? Simple, the present value factor is involved. Due to inflation, due to earning power of the money through the proper investments, due to depreciation, due to interest paid for borrowing money. According to the principles of finance, why is rupee received today? See, the money that I'm receiving today has the maximum value today because we know that with certainty that what is the price today. But how does the money and its value overall impacts in the upcoming futures is definitely unknown to us now. So in this case, can I say that due to the earning power of the money through proper investments is the answer? Isn't it? So we are looking at due to the earning power. See, this is the next answer. The entire chapter is based upon the capital structure. And how do we balance it out? Done. Chaliye. Now let's look at the next question. How's the relationship between risk and return described in the principle of finance? The more risk we take, the greater is our return. That's one of the basic things. But the problem is that we do not want to take a lot of risk. You know? That's why people are still opting for FDs, still opting for RDs. The reason is that people do not want to have risk. If they wanted to have, they would have got their demat accounts. If the people are ready for any kind of speculation incomes, then they would have been ready for it already. है ना? चलिए. Done. So in this case, what's going to be the answer? Higher risk leads to higher return. That's why equity has higher return. You take more risk and you have the risk of not even getting the money back. You know, if you have this point where you do not even know whether you will get your money back or not, it is to be considered in this area. Higher risk leads to higher return. Let's look at the next question, everyone. Which principle of finance emphasizes the importance of evaluating the trade-off between the risk and return before making investment decisions? Time value of money, opportunity cost of money, risk and return, or liquidity and return? Which principle of finance emphasizes the importance of trade-off? Trade-off matlab to have balance it out, that the more risk we have, the more return we have. That is risk and return. And the answer is risk and return. How does the principle of opportunity cost of money influence financial decision making? By emphasizing the importance of a cash flow state management and by encouraging the specific by encouraging diversification of investment portfolios, by evaluating the potential returns of different investment opportunities, or by considering the impact of inflation on future cash flows. What's going to be the answer? Principle of opportunity cost. Opportunity cost, if I want something, then obviously I have to give up on something else. You do not get anything if you do not give something. You know? That means there's a cost to everything. So in this case, can we say, when we talk about the principle of opportunity cost, by emphasizing, by evaluating the potential returns from different areas? If I would have opted for A, if I would have opted for B, if I would have opted for C, everything has a specific return factor na? In mind ki maybe if this would have happened, then this can be the point. Maybe if this could have happened, then the second interaction or second working could be based upon the second part. है ना? Done. Let's look at the next question. What is agency problem, everyone? Involving conflicts between the shareholders as well as the management. Shareholders versus bondholders, other creditors or controlling shareholders versus minority, or shareholders versus management, or shareholders versus the shareholders like employees, investors, in customers, and local community. When we talk about agency problems, there are two set of people: management and the bank, and management and the organization. The organization will always feel that the managers are not working properly. Owners will always feel that manager is not working properly. Manager will always feel, but I get pennies for the hard work that I do. So this leads to the agency problems. Both the parties not satisfied with each other, and then they tend to go for strikes, go for lockouts, because there's nothing else left to do, na? Either you fight with each other, either you fight for your cause. In both the cases, it is not possible that the organization is still fighting over things. है ना? So in this case, the correct answer is shareholders versus the owners. Shareholders versus the management. Shareholders are actually the owners, and the second one is the management. Chaliye. Now, everyone, let's end the session here itself. I'll be dealing with this entire questions in the next class. But hello everyone, welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar, and I'm with you with the specific area of JIIB Accounting and Financial Management for Bankers. Acha everyone, as you already know, we have accounting and financial management series going on from quite a long time. If this is useful to you, then please go ahead and download our PDFs of these previous year questions as well. Those previous year questions are also available for you. Number two, if you're planning to take up our courses, then hurry up. 81% discount is going on, 80% on the courses, and 1% extra if you download the app right away. Okay, so that's one of the perfect timings that if you are planning, then do not wait for a longer period at all, everyone. It is super important that we buy the particular courses at the least price, don't we? So the best thing is, if you are looking forward towards our courses, then buy them right away. And at the same time, 80% discount is if you are downloading it through the app, and 1% extra downloading through the website, 1% extra if you're downloading the app. You just need to use the code Y541 and you will get the discount right away. So please make sure that you are purchasing our courses right away without any thought process further, because if you have liked the particular sessions here, the sessions in the classes are way more detailed. We do a lot of questions, MCQs, theory questions, concept-based working, extra questions, unit-wise tests are also available, and mock tests are also available. And that means you name it, and every single feature that you might need for this examination is already available for you. So if you're planning, then please hurry up and take up our courses right away, because this opportunity is definitely for a very limited time. Chaliye then, everyone, let's look at our courses right away. Acha, first of all, everyone, quick revision series was going on. I was dealing with a few important areas. Currently, I'm dealing with depreciation. Depreciation, according to me, is very, very important, right? So, here comes the first question for you, everyone. Look at this. If the amount of any known liability cannot be determined with substantial accuracy, where will you put it, everyone? A reserve should be created, a contingent liability should be created, or a definite liability should be created, or the last one, a provision should be created. What's going to be the answer according to you? Certain amount and uncertain amount, both are there now. I think when we talk about certainty, it is always about provisions. And when we talk about something which is uncertain, then you just don't have any option, don't we? Your options are available for something which is certain. If the things are uncertain, then how can you choose something? Isn't it? So in this case, what's going to be the answer? Done. So chaliye then, let's look at the options in detail. When we talk about a reserve, it should be created in, but not in terms of, see, if the amount of any known liability cannot be determined, the provision is created, but that is nothing known to us. A reserve should be created, a contingent liability, but the liability is known, it's not uncertain in nature. Then a definite liability should be created or a provision. When such a scenario occurs, it is always a provision. Provision should be created in certain areas so that you know something's gonna happen, then you should always be ready for that. Don't we? Chaliye. Now comes the next question, everyone. Everyone, as you can see, the code is Y541. If you're looking forward towards our courses, then kindly use this code to get 81% discount. This is available for a very limited period. So please make sure you are purchasing our courses right away, because this is the maximum discount that is provided and you've got the maximum discount going on. That means this is the perfect time to look forward to it. Which of the following methods of depreciation allocates a fixed amount of cost to each unit of production? SLM, units of production, declining method, or sum of years digit method? You don't have all the methods in the examination, but yes, a few of the methods are definitely there in your examination. So when we talk about SLM, SLM is straight line method, also called original cost method. Under this method, what do we do? In this case, the answer is based upon only one thing, that when we talk about SLM, SLM is something, okay, SLM is something which we talk about is basically a method which is completely defined in a certain manner. Okay, a complete definition of this method can be stated like, under this method, what happens is the one particular installment is determined, and that's the same amount of uh, that is the same amount which is taken every single year. Okay. Which of the following depreciation allocates the fixed amount? SLM, units of production, declining, or sum of years? Sum of year digit method takes about, the numerator side we have number of years left, divide by sum of digits. Then we have double declining method. This is also called WDV method, one of the methods which is recommended even by income tax department. They even recommend only this method. Units of production method, the more you produce, the more it changes. Matlab, this is based upon your production. While SLM is based upon the life of the asset. Okay, if the life is longer, then the value would be different. If the life is shorter, the value would be certainly different. Done, everyone? Chaliye ji. The answer in this case is, which of the following allocates fixed cost of this is related to the fixed amount of cost to each unit of production. If they're talking about fixed each unit of production, the answer has to be units of production. If they would have talked about fixed installment, then it would have been SLM. Okay? Under which of the method the book value of an asset is reduced by the fixed percentage every year? Book value matlab whatever is left by the end of the year. Okay? Book value is your cost minus depreciation for the year. Whatever you're left with is written down value, or also known as book value. One of the terms that is more suitable is book value. Done? Straight line method, unit of production, declining, or sum of year digit method? Everyone? What's going to be the answer? It is reduced by a certain percentage. certain percentage, मतलब the percentage remains the same, है ना, and the value keeps on declining based upon the value of the previous years. SLM is same depreciation every year. Units of production will vary with the production amount. Declining method talks about the deduction, and then sum of 8-digit method, as I told you, this is based upon whatever your depreciable value. मतलब if you are noting down, then you can depreciable value multiplied by number of years left divided by sum of digits. Done, everyone? So this is the method for sum of years digits. So if you want to note down, take a moment and please note it down. These things are super important. Done, everyone? चलिए जी. Let's look at the next question then. In this case, the answer is WDV. Chaliye then. Let's look at the next question. This was double declining, sorry, this is declining balance method, also known as diminishing balance method. Also known as written down value method, and it is also called, there are different names given to it now. Then is reducing balance method. Done, everyone? Chaliye. Here comes the next question. Which of the following factors is considered while estimating the useful life of an asset? Which is considered salvage value, market value, historical cost, or future value? Everyone? Salvage value is the value by the end of the life of the asset. है ना? Salvage value is a scrap value. So in this case, what's going to be the answer? Which of the following factors is considered while estimating the useful life? For useful life, it is expected future profits, future repairs. If at this point of time, future repairs are going to be more and more and more, at one point of time, we'll definitely be irritated with that fact. Na, ki, arre, till now, this particular thing is not done yet, and we have to do this. Hai na? This has to be reviewed. Done, everyone? Chaliye, next question. If the salvage value of an asset is higher than book value, acha, can this happen? If what you'll get by the time that particular thing is there with you and its value is changing, then sometimes this happens now, that particular thing becomes too valuable in the market, and there is nothing weird about it. A few times what happens is the thing that you have bought, okay, the value of it changes in the market altogether. So in this case, what happens is that when we talk about the particular product now, so this says depreciation expense decreases, depreciation expense increases, depreciation expense remains unchanged, and depreciation expense becomes zero. What will happen in this case, everyone? If the amount that I thought would be, say, acha chaliye, let me give you an example there. In this case, depreciation expense decreases, increases, and whatever the case may be. First of all, I have to understand now, what are they dealing with? Okay, now look at this part. If the salvage of the asset, the book value currently that we are having is 50,000 rupees. The value is around 50,000. Now, if it is 50,000 right now and salvage value, if I try to sell it in the market, I'm getting 75,000 in future. That simply means it's high time I cannot continue with the same level of depreciation anymore. Now I have to reduce my depreciation expense further. It cannot be the same anymore because we are recovering the money from the particular person, of course. So in this case, we have to look forward to, है ना? Done, everyone? Next question. Which of the following is not a method of providing depreciation? Sinking fund, annuity, sum of year, or accelerated method? Accelerated is also called double declining method. That's also a very important data. Double declining method is the more you use it, the amount definitely changes over the period of time. Okay? This happens. Over the period of time, this happens. Double declining is used when the organization is using too much of it. Everyone? All the methods are covered? What is annuity? Annuity is something which we'll be dealing in the finance. We have studied about it in financial management. It's not a part of depreciation here. You know? So in this case, what's going to be the answer? Sinking fund is a method. I have to keep the money aside for my future. Annuity method is used for keeping annually a certain amount for the future. Then the next part is sum of year digit method. Sum of year digit method, I've already shown you the particular formula. And then we have accelerated method. Under accelerated method, what do we do? That is the method in which we speeden up the method of depreciation. Everything is there. So in this case, the correct answer is actually annuity method. The correct answer is annuity method. Done, everyone? Chaliye then. Done? Chaliye ji. Now let's look at the next question. Which of the method assumes the asset depreciates more in the early years? SLM, double declining, units of production, or sum of year method? Everyone, SLM, double declining, or units of production method? or sum of your digit. Sum of your digit is based upon the number of years left. This is also similar to that. SLM uses the same amount. Units of production, whatever you're producing is based upon that. है ना? Everyone? So the answer in this question would be double declining balance method. Okay? So in this case, the correct answer is double declining balance method. This is actually accelerated depreciation method as well, in which we increase the depreciation by doing what? By doubling it. Because we are using it more, so we charge more depreciation. Done? Chaliye. That's it for the day. Hello everyone, good evening. Welcome to Officer 24/7. My name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar and I'm with you with the specific area of accounting and financial management for bankers. Good evening and let me know if I'm audible as well as visible. And secondly, thank you so much for being there. And now, three important things. Number one, like the session. Number two, share the session. Number three, subscribe to our channel if you haven't done it yet. Okay everyone, my name is Niharika Walia Bhatnagar and I'm with you with this specific topic of depreciation today. है ना? I think when we talk about this specific area of depreciation, depreciation is what? I got this digital pen. This is basically used in all my classes. So obviously the digital pen tab is not the same as I bought when it was absolutely new. So when I got it, it was packed. It was in a specific wrapper and I'd been using it for a good amount of time now. So if I'm using it, its value, is it the same or it has changed? Most probably it would never remain the same. Reason number one, I'm using it a lot. Usage, wear and tear. Then next part is time. The time passes. This particular was latest of its own time, but now good amount, no, I won't say good amount of years, but 1 or 2 years have passed. So obviously new of these specific touchpads is there in the market. So obviously the pricing is changing, isn't it? Acha, based upon this, what do we have? A few questions. Let's talk about the questions, everyone. First of all, please share the session and don't forget to like it. Which of the following methods of depreciation is not recognized by income tax law? Similar question we did in the last class as well, but in a different manner. Straight line method, none of these, both, or diminishing. The method which is not recognized is SLM. SLM is not recognized. Then the fixed assets loses its value due to use or other reasons. The decline in the value of the asset is due to what, everyone? Obviously, if I buy an asset, the value of the asset goes down. है ना? So is it amortization? Amortization is for intangibles. This is specifically for intangible assets. Provisions are for certain things that we are keeping the money aside. Maybe in future I'll definitely need the money. Then comes the depreciation and devaluation. Devaluation is matlab the value is reducing instead of increasing. And depreciation is for tangible assets. Okay. Depreciation is actually the wider term. It can be used for both there, but it is better to be used there as for the tangibles. Then, under which method the amount of depreciation expense remains the same throughout the life of the asset? SLM, reducing balance method. Units, number of units produced, units of production method, also known as machine hour method. Machine hour method is number of hours it is working. Number of units production is how many units are being produced. And then reducing balance method and the straight line method. According to you, which one is the answer, everyone? SLM method talks about it is also called fixed installment method, original cost method, because of one specific reason, that the installment remains the same throughout the time. That means if the installment comes out to be cost minus salvage value divided by life. If I try to find it, you find a per annum installment amount. Whatever the per annum installment amount is, this is what we need in the business. Under reducing balance method, the depreciation in the beginning is more and then it goes on declining. Number of unit product produced method, under number of units produced method, the number of units you produce, the production, the depreciation will be based upon your production. Machine hour method is a method which talks about how many hours the things are working. That is covered under machine hour method. So in this case, the correct answer is straight line method. Done. Which of the following is the cause of depreciation, everyone? Permanent fall in price, constant use, expiry of time, or all of the above? Sometimes the price falls because the technology gets older. This is now an old technology. Now there are more and better ones are also available. So by constant use, yeah, I'm using it constantly. By expiry of time, time has passed. So this particular touchpad is something which is now getting older and older. Maybe even I'll feel inspired that someday I'll change it again, right? But that is how we define the term depreciation. Acha everyone, depreciation is not on inventory. It's on fixed assets, right? You are using an asset, that's why its value declines. So in this case, the answer is all of the above. Done. Chaliye then, next question. Which of the following is the percentage of depreciation as per SLM method, everyone? Okay, go ahead and take your time. Original cost is given, salvage value is given, and then repair charges are given. Is repair charges relevant? That's a good question. Is it? Tell me about it, everyone. Repair charges are definitely gonna happen. But is it a fixed asset based expense, an expense which is there, which will increase the capacity of something? I don't think they haven't specified the capacity will increase or decrease. है ना? Original cost is 1,50,000, repair charges are given and salvage value is given. Life is after 9 years. Okay. Now how do we find it? 1,50,000 minus 15,000 divide by 9. 1,50,000 minus 15 divide by 9. The depreciation per annum is 15,000 rupees, everyone. But the question says it should be given in percentage. How do we take care of the percentage, everyone? The percentage is depreciation per annum divided by cost. That is 15,000 divided by 1,50,000. This is 15,000 divided by 1,50,000. Percentage gives us exact 10%. Everyone got the answer? Take a moment. Everyone, I hope this question is absolutely clear to you. Done? Next question. A provision is what? An appropriation of profits, a charge against profit, can be A or B or none of these. Acha everyone, what do you mean by the term provision? पता है provision is basically a certainty. A certainty of loss can be defined as provision. पता है? How do we say this? See, depreciation is inevitable. Do you know depreciation is not something which I can say that this is involuntary. मतलब this is not voluntary in nature. We have to pay it as and when we are doing something. That's one of the basic things that happen. Provision is basically an appropriation of profits. ठीक है? A charge against profit can be A or B. And the last one is none of these. If I talk about the provision, the provisions are to be defined as provision is an appropriation of profits, a charge against profit. Provision is basically something that we have. If we have money, only then we can create a provision. So normally we are looking forward to it, but in terms of depreciation, once you have started it, it will remain the same. In terms of bad debts, once you have started, it will remain the same. You will have to create no matter whether you have a money or not. Appropriation basically means when you have money only, then you create the particular area, and charges, it is compulsory. No matter whether you are making sufficient profits or not, it is called a provision. Done everyone? The WDV of an asset after 3 years depreciation on reducing balance method of 15% is 49,130. What is its original value, everyone? This is an actually very interesting question. It's a backward calculation based question. You want to try? Take a moment. The WDV is given a 3 years. Constantly for 3 years, we are putting up depreciation. Got the idea? Nahin? Let's try it. Acha everyone, in this question, what are we given? Nothing. We are given just the value after 3 years. So it's gonna be like, let the value be 100. First year 15% less will give us 85. From this 85, remove the 15% of 85. Huh? That will give us 72.25. From this, remove the next 15%. This will give us 61.4125. Now this is my percentage after we are done with 3 years, है ना? After 3 years of depreciation, मतलब 49,130 is after depreciating for constantly 3 years. It's gonna be 49,130 divided by 61.4125. Into 100. My answer comes out to be 80,000, everyone. What about yours? Try the question. That's why I gave you a little time ki nahi, you can think about the question, how to deal with this question, and what is the perfect way to do it. Chale, the answer is 80,000. Look at the question again, everyone. Take a moment and calculate it. In case you're not able to do, then let me know. Chale, explaining it all over again. Let the particular price, let the percentage be 100. ठीक है? What's going to be the answer, everyone? When we take the value as 100, remove 15% of it, whatever the closing value is left, find the 15%, next 15% out of it, then take the percentage and then find the last 15%. Reducing balance method means whatever your opening balance is, from that opening balance you remove the next percentage. Done, everyone? Chaliye, then let's move on to the next question. Which of the following is statements are correct regarding provisions? Provisions, I told you, this is the money that we are keeping aside for our future use. So what's going to be the answer? Provisions are a charge against the profits of an enterprise. Provisions are created out of the divisible profits. Creation of profit are not necessary for the business. Provisions are created to meet the known liability. Provisions are actually created to meet the known liability. You know the liability. That is why you create a provision actually. That part is true. Creation of provision are not necessary for a business. Yeah. It is their choice. If you feel that you want to, as per the concept of prudence, it is required. If you're not following the concept of prudence, then there is no need. Then the next part that comes is provisions in terms of charge against profit. This is the first thing that we did, everyone. Just before the session started, I talked about it. That provisions are a charge against profit. No matter you have money or not, once you have started keeping the money aside for some known liability, you will have to continue. So in this case, the answer is actually 1 and 4 is correct. 2 and 3, create provisions are created out of divisible profit, doesn't make sense because these 2 points are contradictory. Creation of provisions are not necessary for the business, they are necessary. Again, if we talk about the prudence concept, prudence is anticipate the losses. We did it recently only, everyone. Prudence or conservatism, which means anticipate the losses but not profits. So in this case, the answer is 1 and 4. 2 and 3 are not making sense. That's true. Which of the following is the difference between the closing balances of two machines after 2 years? Both the machines are purchased on the same date. Acha, both the machines are purchased at 1 lakh, everyone. Machine 1 and machine 2. On the same date, the amount was 1 lakh each. Machine 1 is depreciated at 20% SLM, and the second one is WDV. In terms of straight line method, what do? Same method, same installment goes every single year. If it is 20%, then the first year it is fixed, it is 20,000 that is going out every single year. First year, this is after how many years? After 2 years. So first year the depreciation is 20, you are left with 80. From this only you will remove 20k only. This is SLM method, everyone. By the end of this second year, you are having 60,000 in your pocket. In this case, 1 lakh minus 20%. We're left with 80 minus 20%. This case, it is 16,000, everyone. Now what will be the answer? 80,000 minus 20%. The depreciation comes out to be, the value is 64,000. So which particular area gives a higher value, book value? Done? So in this case, what's going to be the answer? Machine 2 is more. And that too by 4,000. The answer is B. See, in these kind of questions, you have to actually calculate the part. And you have to do it very peacefully. In the examination, such questions actually come up. I hope this part is visible clearly now. Machine 1, same installment is reduced every single year. And if it changes, then it is WDV method. Done? Chaliye, that's it for the day, everyone. I hope this session was helpful towards you for your preparation of your examination. For this, what you need to do is please go ahead and enroll yourself in our courses as the time is ticking away, and the more delay that we make, then it is difficult to catch up with the time, isn't it? Done? Okay, till then, just have a look at the website, everyone. This is our website, that is www.adda247.com, and go on to the area of JAIIB May 2024. Everyone, just click on the area of JAIIB Mahapack. Crash course, numerical course, every course is included in it. Just use the code Y541 and apply it. As soon as you will apply it, you will get 80% discount. You can get 81% discount if you download the app right away. So please download the app and get this particular Mahapack, where we include every single thing. Bilingual classes, English medium, marathon, numerical excellence batch, crash course 2.0, comprehensive batch, you name it and we have it. So that means you just have to pay once and then you are absolutely free for your JIB preparation. You give it this year or in the next attempt, whatever you feel like. But don't lose hope and keep on working hard, everyone. Thank you so much for being there. Bye bye. Thank you. Take care.